Okay, it's December the 5th, 2014. We've started a new project. Of course, we're always doing all kinds of projects here at DeKalb County Technology Center Auto Mechanics class, but we're taking on a new project here. Now, we're not going to go as in depth in this as we had in some other projects in the past. This is a 1965 Ford 4000 tractor. Now, the tractor was originally bought by my brother-in-law. My brother-in-law, who is married to my wife's sister. His family originally bought the tractor, either new or fairly new. Then years later it was sold to my father-in-law, or my wife's father, and he's had it for the last probably 15 years or so. He passed away with lung cancer about a year and a half ago, and we kind of inherited the tractor, and so I'm just kind of going through it. It's gone through just years of neglect. My father-in-law was not the greatest maintenance provider of machinery there was, so it was neglected a little bit. My dad was bush hogging with it last week, and so we have been using it here for the last year or so. And this tire was dry rotted. It was ran a little low of air, and he didn't realize it, and the tire was already dry rotted, so it finished disintegrating. So that's one of the first things we got to get is a tire for it. And I'm dreading to see the cost on that. I've been told $400, $500, $600 for a new one. Maybe I can look up and find a used one. We're going to try to maybe address the paint. We've already taken the hood and the front clip off. I've cleaned that up. Here's the front clip of it. And here's the part of the hood, and then we're going to probably paint this gas tank cover. And so anyway, we're just going to do a lot of little things to it. The tire is probably the biggest thing, and the paint. You can see, I don't know how well you can see it on the video, you can see the front end needs some addressing. That particular end on the drag link needs to be replaced. Kingpins are a little wore. We're going to replace that as well. Now this part here on the power assist, if you can see, if I can keep from wiggling so much in the video, that needs to be replaced too. I'm hoping that we can just replace this part and not have to replace this entire unit, because of course that's going to be much more expensive if we have to replace the whole thing other than just this end right here. But I haven't done enough research. These tractors are kind of foreign to me. I've worked on some tractors in the past. My Ford tractor experience is more with the Jubilees and 8Ns, the older gas burner tractors. I've never fooled with a 4000 diesel before. Another problem it has, and I'm probably not going to address this problem just yet, but the injector pump leaks a little bit, and just because of funding, we just cut the fuel off of it whenever we're not using it. It doesn't leak bad, but it leaks nonetheless. Discovered also that the bracket on the radiator one of them has come loose, and it's going to be resoldered. Probably just going to have to wind up taking this to the radiator shop and just letting them go through it and see what all we're going to find on that. Hopefully it's not going to be too much. We got to put a muffler on, as you can see. The muffler has just well, I think the hood's laying on top of what the remains of the muffler. Yeah, that's all that's left of the muffler. It's pretty much gone. Here's a rubber boot, and I just discovered this today, and I'm just thankful that it must have just started leaking, or if it hadn't, it would have probably killed the engine. This little boot goes, let me switch hands here, I'm sorry. Me ain't got vertigo. I know that's hard to watch, but this little boot goes right here to the intake, and then goes down to the, or does it go up? No, it goes up. I'm sorry, I got it on wrong. It goes up to a pipe that goes to the air cleaner that sits in front of the radiator. Well, I got to looking at this thing today, and look at what we seen at the bottom. See, all we could see was this, but when we took it off, we seen the bottom of it. And that's bad on a diesel. And that's where she was sucking air at, so she was sucking some dirty air. But the engine doesn't seem to be damaged in any way. So I think we're okay there. We may add a larger toolbox on the other fender. That my dad and I are mainly the two that use this tractor. We both agreed that that one toolbox is a little small. We like to have a few more tools on our tractor than that. I just mainly use it it's a little big for what I use it for. We use it for gardening at my house. My dad uses it for bush hogging a few pastures he has, things like that. And I've used it to even push up some stumps. This is a very stout tractor. It surprised me how much power and torque it's got. But anyway, I think it's going to be a fun little project. We're not going to restore it as in depth as I would love. I would love just to do a full chassis up restoration on the tractor, but I don't have that kind of funds. So we're just going to kind of fix the obvious things that need to be fixed on it. Maybe give her a little bit better paint job on her so she'll look a little better, and continue just using it as a regular old tractor around my dad's farm and around my house. See how that goes and all. But anyway, thanks for watching the video.